Hello everyone, Adam here again from Building a Digital Lifestyle. I hope you're all doing alright. Today is Tuesday the 14th of August 2018 and it's just gone past 9 p.m. There I've got back home from work, had the dinner, put the kids to bed, and I thought I'll shoot this video quickly before I go to bed myself. It's been a very interesting day, a long day to say the least. When you're up at 6 a.m. and you go to bed, say about just before midnight, that's kind of a long day. But hey, we still got to do this. The video series we've been working on, the Enchiridion by Epictetus. It's been a fascinating book. I got it from a mate of mine who wanted to share some knowledge with me, and he gave it to me, asking that I do read it. And when I do, of course, I would learn a thing or two. So I thought, you know what, it'd be a good idea for me to read it out whilst being recorded. Share my thoughts on it as well, and see if anyone else can understand and maybe pick up on it. That's a really small book. We're working our way towards the end now, so it's been exciting. One thing for fact though, the whole process of shooting this video, the whole reason why I'm doing this is so I can improve my videoing skills as well as improve my person. That way I can improve my speaking skills, and so yeah, of course, that confidence that comes with it, it's amazing. So there's only one way to get better at something, and that's for you to do it. And so today is a new day, and for with a new day comes a new opportunity. Eleanor Roosevelt said it is something that you just got to do it. The only way to get started with anything at all is to stop talking and just start doing it, and that's by Walt Disney. The things we're doing today, of course, we've seen a gradual progress from the first video to the 15th video now today. And I'm pleased to be doing this and be sharing this moments with you guys. If you're ever watching this video, it is a great pleasure to do this, and I hope we can learn something from this. I'm learning something, and it's been an absolute pleasure sharing this with you. So I'm just going to continue from where I stopped yesterday on the book. Currently on chapter 34 now, so not long left on the book. And I'll be reading that to you word for word. In the process, I'll share my thoughts as well, and I'll finish it up by just reading out a few other things that I've picked up along the way. So moving on, it says, when you imagine some pleasure, beware that it does not carry you away like other imagination. Wait a while and give yourself pause. Next, remember two things: how long you will enjoy the pleasure, and how long you will afterwards repent and revile yourself, and set on the other side the joy and self-satisfaction you feel if you refrain. And if the moment seems come to realize it, take heed, and you will not overcome by winning sweetness and attraction of set in the other scale the thought how much better is the consciousness of having vanquished it. So what I get from this basically is, basically we need to sort of be aware of the decisions we make, i.e. pleasures that we indulge ourselves in. So say, take for example, someone is trying to lose weight. You're on a weight loss program. I mean, you meet people every day on different or diet programs or whatever, and they just can't do without an ice cream, or they can't do without a chocolate bar. So they know for a fact that yes, they're enjoying this. This is something they enjoy a lot, and while they indulge in this process, this eating the thing that they love, they know it's not helping their whole diet plan, but they keep on doing it. So what he's trying to teach us here is, whilst we indulge ourselves in certain actions, we should always remember how we will feel afterwards. So the aftermath of whatever decision we make, something we should go put in mind whenever we going in to do something that we enjoy doing. So moving on, it says, when you do a thing because you have determined that it ought to be done, never avoid being seen doing it, even if the opinion of the multitude is going to condemn you. For if your action is wrong, then avoid doing it altogether. But if your action is right, why do you fear those who will rebuke you wrongly? So again, this is quite true. I mean, with life, or anything at all we do in life, we will come to a point where when we decide, okay, enough is enough, I've got to do this, and we get ourselves into it. but then people's opinion sometimes would kind of influence us. It's funny how people's opinions can sometimes shape our lives, because many times, you know, you get into something and then you know, people see you and you know, they're commenting it, you know, yeah, you're doing all right, or you know, oh yeah, let's see how well he does, or you know, things like that. When you get those sort of comments as an individual, of course, if you're in a weak space, in a vulnerable place, you know, it would affect your psyche and would kind of hold you back from actually putting in the effort to get your results. So it's just knowing that when you're getting into something that you really want to do, you're passionate about, you got to stay away from some of the dream killers. Some people are just out there to kill your dream. I'll tell you about stories that people would not want you to see you change. When people see that you start loving yourself a little bit more than how you were, you know, it hurts them that, you know, you know, you're changing from being that loser to someone who's beginning to love themselves. So just be aware of these things, because they will happen in life. Not everyone wants you to do well. You know, some people just want you to stay the same. That way they have a reference point to what a loser looks like. But if then you decide to change your life, for them it will be a thing of disappointment, and I encourage you to keep disappointing them. So the phrase, I'm moving on, it says the phrases, it is day and it is night, mean a great deal if taken separately, but have no meaning if combined. In the same way, to choose the larger portion at a banquet may be worthwhile for your body. But if you want to maintain social decencies, it is worthless. Therefore, when you are at meat with another, remember not only to consider the value of what is set before you for the body, but also to maintain your self-respect before your host. Again, this is kind of a funny one. You know, some people they have no control of their actions, or they don't have a behavior. They have a behavioral issue when they're out, you know, to a place. You visit someone and, you know, you're being offered something. It's just basically having the decency to say, okay, you know what, you're just gonna eat as much as you want, and not binge on it, you know, because it doesn't look good on you, and also the host might judge you wrongly. But again, it's all relative to the person, and of course you judge who it is. You can be free around, but it's just knowing that, you know, if you're being offered something on a platter, you know, you don't always have to take it all. You know, you just take as much as you need, because that shows that you're a man of decency, a man of honor, a man of respect, and yeah, it keeps you in the right light to the other. So moving on, it says, if you try to act a part beyond your power, you must not only disgrace yourself in it, but you neglect the part which you could have filled with success. Interesting bit as well, this one. So if you try to act a part beyond your power, you will not only disgrace yourself in it, but you will neglect the part which you could have filled with success. So again, with this, again, it's just, you know, trying to act a part beyond your power. So if you're trying to do something that's beyond you, and you fail, you know, you would it could hurt you, it could damage your self-esteem, your self-motivation, which of course would have been, which would be sort of damaging to the long-term success of your long-term success, because you have limited time, and your time if spent in the wrong thing could be disastrous, because of course when it comes to, you know, that time would have been spent on something you're quite good at, and so you can only improve on it. But then again, it's worth trying. You know, with life, anything is just worth trying. Give it a go. You know, what's the worst that can happen? You know, before I started shooting this video, I was scared of what people were gonna say about me, what they're gonna how they're gonna judge me. You know, Adam is crap at it. Yes, I know I'm crap at it, but I've got to do this because that's the only way I can get better. So yeah, it's just sometimes, you know, you got to ignore that negative thoughts. You know, move yourself out of that space, and, you know, just get yourself going, because yeah, only you can make yourself better. Yeah, you can get help from people, but, you know, no one will love you as much as you can. And you're the man who, you know, you're the master of your destiny. So you gotta, you know, put that in mind. And so I'm gonna stop this video here today. Not gonna roll over too long. It's been a pleasure reading this out to you. I've shared some thoughts today. I've learned a thing or two, and I hope you have too. So it's an absolute pleasure, and thank you very much for watching. But before we go, I'm going to read this out to you. This is something I've been reading to myself every day, and I picked it up from Les Brown, and it's been helping me. It's giving me that inner power, inner push, to just keep on moving on, and so I can get by my day with a lot of strength, in there. So I'll read it out to you. He says, I choose not to be a common man. It is my right to be uncommon if I can. I seek opportunity, not security. I do not wish to be kept a citizen, humbled and dulled, and allow the state to look after me. It is my right to be free, and I want to take calculated risk, to dream and to build, to refuse to live from hand to mouth. I prefer the challenges of life to that guaranteed existence, the thrill of fulfillment to a common state of utopia. I will never be cowed to a master, nor bend to any threat. It is my right to stand erect, proud and not afraid, to stand boldly and say, this I have done. Thank you very much for watching this again. It's been an absolute pleasure. God bless now. Bye-bye.